Welcome to Chapter 9, where we learn how to control services and daemons. So how to install a service, how to stop a service, start a service, enable a service, and get everything under control. I'll see you there. And we just go immediately to our terminal. So yeah, so let's kind of switch things around a little bit. That one. So the idea here is to get a new service up and running using the systemd. So in a quick description, in the old days, well, 10 years ago maybe, on RHEL, we used to use a process called init to control services. So that was the main, not to control services. Init was kind of the main process. What do I mean by that? So if I go here to my Rocky 1 and I look for systemd nowadays, you'll see that systemd is kind of the father of all processes. Okay, so our mother, whatever you prefer, it's kind of the genesis of the system starts with systemd. Okay, but nowadays, the last 10 years or so, we become kind of we cooperate with systemd for that type of stuff, like power on, power off, shut down, start a service, stop a service, enable a service, and all of that. It's different. It's not better. It's not worse. It's just, it is what it is. You just get used to it and carry on with your lives. So what we're going to do here is the I set principle. This is my principle. This is not something that is widely known, but this is my principle, which is the I set, which means install, start, enable, and test. Okay, install, start, enable, and test. So this is other 4 steps we're going to fulfill in order to get a new service up and running. And the service you're going to be put up and running is going to be HTTPD, which is a web server. Okay, so I'm going to install this because this is going to be the one I'm going to use for other situations and other chapters. So this will come into handy. So I'm going to install it, start it, enable it, and test it, and make sure that it works. All using newer tools, all using systemd has the process to manage services, daemons, whatever we're going to call it. So let's start by the install. So package management is going to be a chapter that we're going to discuss further on down the line. But in simple terms, if you want to install the web server, you do dnf install. If you want a quick and dirty recipe, httpd -y. This is going to install the httpd packet, and packages is going to, the -y means say yes to all prompts, so it makes it a little bit faster to do so. And we should be good to go, not good enough. And there we go. The install is done. Okay. So no news, good news, no errors. It's good. Life is good. Cool. Now next, going back to our principle, install, it's done. Now let's do the start. So start is going to make sure that the service is up and running. So this is now we're going to interact with systemd. So systemctl, systemctl. Okay, then I can do for starters a status before I do anything else, httpd. So the status is showing us that it's, even though the service it's loaded, exists on the system, okay, it's not running, so it's inactive. It exists, but it's inactive. If I tell something really that doesn't exist, you see the difference. So this is a service that does not exist. This is one that exists, but it's not started yet. So let's start by starting it. No pun intended. So systemctl start httpd. No news are good news. So if there were any errors to be noted, you would be heavily notified. So no news are good news. So let's do the status again. Now the status showing is that it's running, which is good. So no errors to report. However, if you notice this, it's disabled. Disabled means if I was to reboot the server now, the HTTP server would not start up with the system. So I would reboot it, and the system and this server or service, the HTTP service,
will not get up and running automatically. I had to do it by hand again with the start command. So in order to enable it, yeah, now it's enabled. It means that by being enabled means that it's going to be automatically started by the reboot. So I'm going to reboot the server, okay? And when I reboot the server, this service, the HTTPD service, okay, is going to be immediately started with the system. So I'm going to boot the server, and it's going to be automatically booted, which is nice. If you want to be a little bit more fancy, you can do systemctl, enable, -- now, and the service name. This is going to be enabling and starting. So you don't have to do start and enable. You just do in a setting. So this will enable and start the service immediately. Okay, but you can do start and enable as different commands, or just do it like this. Wherever suits your fancy, you just pick up the one you feel more comfortable with. It's fine. So now we did the install. We need this. We did the start. We need the enable. Now we need to test it. So if I go here to Rocky1 and do the curl, so the curl it's like a text-based web browser, and it's telling me unable to connect no route to host. So if I go here, back to the status, okay, you will see that it's active and running. And however, Rocky1 is telling me that it's unable to connect with the message no route to host. I'm going to give you a few seconds to think about what you think it's maybe causing this. So we have installed it, we have started it, it's enabled for the next reboot, but Rocky1 tells me that it's unable to connect. I mean, unable to connect, no route to host. Any ideas? Okay. Because the culprit is a firewall on Rocky2. It's now allowing the port 80 to be connected, which is okay, because it's by default it's not allowing, so it's fine, it's expected. So I'm going to do something like firewall cmd -- list, not -- sorry, list. Oh yeah, -- yeah, list all zones. Okay. This is now showing me all the firewall rules. Let's just focus on one zone, which is the public zone, the default one. And I am old and oh, there it is. If you want to be a little bit more easy to read, you can do grep public. You can then again do the after 15 lines. This is going to show you the public zone. Sorry, the public zone and the following 15 lines. So these are all the rules for the default zone, which is the public zone. And I'm going to then add here the service HTTPD, not the D, without the D, HTTP. And I could add the specific port number, TCP port 80, or the service name. Firewaldy has kind of a dictionary, so I tell them, and I will show that in a later chapter. So like and subscribe for that. So I'm going to add the service profile, and the service profile is going to add the correct ports. So let's do the firewall cmd -- add service equals HTTP, and I'm going to say permanent, and I'm going to reload the rules. So if I don't add permanent, it will not be reapplied on the next reboot. But the thing is that permanent rules are not applied on the immediately. So that's why I'm going to say it's permanent for every sequential reboot, and by reloading it, it's applied to the current rules. So if I go here, you'll see that now it's added, and I am connecting successfully. Let me see if I connect with the graphical browser. I can. So if you can see here, we are connecting successfully to our Rocky2. Just to prove to you guys that this is it, I'm going to go to the var www HTML folder. I'm going to create a simple file. Okay, I'm going to say BIM is not installed. Need to say something like hi from Rocky 2. And now this should show up a little really poorly, really simple, but you can see that hi from Rocky 2, it's working. So I have proved to you guys how to install a service, start it, and enable it. And I have shown you guys also the bare essentials to interact with systemd. So I highly recommend you guys to test the status, the start. You also have the restart option, okay? Also the restart option on systemd, you can do restart the service, stop and start the service, reload the service, check the status, and see how the service is app it's running and if it is operational or not. We will see this systemd popping up many times throughout the rest of the RH124 course and of course the RH134. Like and subscribe to get notified about all of this good stuff coming up next for following weeks, so you can get acquainted to all the full course. One more time, like and subscribe, it will help, and I'll see you in the next one.